Hi guys, this week we are going to detail clean our master bedrooms. Normally on Monday when I'm in my master bedroom zone, the first thing I do is straighten up my closet. I just posted a video last Wednesday when I did a big spring cleaning of my closet. If you happen to miss that video, I'll link it below. But because I just did that, I don't really need to do much in my closet. But normally I would just kind of straighten it up a little bit. This wouldn't be a time where I would, take everything out and, spend an hour or anything like that. I just kind of straighten up my purses. I'll make sure that, my clothes are straightened up. There aren't any extra hangers in here. All of my pants are together, skirts, dresses, things like that. And then I'll also, straighten up my shoes a little bit and make sure all of my shoes made it back into the shoe boxes and things like that. So I don't take a ton of time, and usually I'm pretty good about putting everything back where it goes so it stays pretty neat. But that would be something I would start with. And then I just kind of organized my jewelry. I just recently went through my jewelry right around the time that I was organizing my closet and going through my clothes. And I really didn't get rid of much because I still like everything. And then I keep my bracelets and earrings and things in here. And normally I'll just straighten it out a little bit because even though it's divided up, sometimes it gets a little bit messy. I'll also see if I have any earrings that, maybe I lost one of them or something, or things that I no longer wear. So I'll just go through this quickly. And because I do it regularly, it doesn't take me forever. If there are things that I no longer wear, I'll just add those to the bag that I'm going to donate. This is another little tip. If you have velvet in your jewelry organizer like I do, I just have it in this center one. Sometimes it gets kind of dusty. What I do is just pull a sheet off of my lint roller and kind of fold it up a little bit, and then just kind of dot it around just to get the dust that might be in there. If I didn't do that, it would get dusty pretty quickly. So I went ahead and organized that, and that's pretty much as neat as I can get it. And it didn't really take me that long because it wasn't too horribly messy. And I did find one earring that I think I lost the pair to when I was trying on clothes one day, and sad because I like these earrings, but have to get rid of that. And then I'm just going to work on the other drawers. So I just basically go through all of my drawers and straighten them up. Because I do it on a regular basis, it doesn't get too overly messy. I just organized my sweaters last week when I organized my closet when I did the big spring cleaning. So I really don't need to do much in here, but normally I would just straighten it up a little bit. Add one little note because I was straightening out my drawers and it was something that I did. So say you're going through your stuff and you notice, say you have a run in your nude color pantyhose and you need to get a new pair. Go ahead and write that on your list of things that you need to get, and that way you don't forget when you're out shopping. And say, you realize you need a certain undergarment for a dress. Go ahead and, add that to your list, or socks or things in certain colors, and that way you don't have to think about it again. It's already on your list. I do this all the time and it really helps me to remember to get things at the store. And again, the same thing with particular camis or whatever. When I'm going through my tank tops and camis, I'll just see if there's any colors that I need to pick up, or any thing that I'm getting rid of that I need to replace. Today's detail cleaning is pretty simple. What I'm going to do is just go around my bedroom and wipe down all the walls with a microfiber cloth. And this just gets any dust that might be on the walls. I also go around the ceiling and the light fixture up here and all of the blades on my ceiling fan. So it really doesn't take that long. Sometimes it gets a little dusty above my windows, so I just make sure to get those as well. And I do the baseboards and everything on a different day, so I'll include that in case you're just happen to be wondering. For the ceiling, which I can't reach right here without possibly killing myself, I just stick a microfiber cloth on my Swiffer sweeper and just kind of use it like this. And I can just dust everything really easily, and it doesn't take me long at all. Now, my home does not have high ceilings. When I clean my mom's house, she has sort of like a feather duster on a big rod, and I use that at her house, but I haven't gotten one because I don't really need one in this home. You know, I'll probably get one if we move into a home with higher ceilings. But that's all I'm going to do today. Just wipe down the walls, the ceiling fan, the light fixture, and the ceiling. Because this area is included in my master bedroom, I just wipe down the walls here as well. And again, use the Swiffer sweeper to get the walls that I can't reach. For today's detailed cleaning, I'm going to do 3 things. What I do is pull out the furniture just a little bit so that I can dust the wall behind there and the baseboards, and I also use the hose on my vacuum cleaner to get under my dresser and under my bed a little bit. I'm also going to dust all of my baseboards, and I just go really fast along the baseboards. They don't get super dusty because I'm doing them on a regular basis, so I can just do it really quickly. And then I do a little bit more detailed dusting than I do when I dust once a week, and I'll kind of show you what I mean by that. So let me get started. So one of the things that I would do is I move my way out of the room just like I've shown in other videos. One of the things that I would do is just grab all of these sticks out quickly. So I just take this basket and just kind of dust out any dust that might be in there, and I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but just a couple little pieces from the sticks fell off, and then I just kind of go with my dust rag down in there really quickly. It doesn't get too bad because I do this on a regular basis. This is just part of the basket sticking out. So the sticks are back in, and that literally took probably 30 seconds or less, and then I just quickly move over to the next spot. Normally when I do my once a week dusting, I just dust the outside of these vases here, but because I'm doing a little more detailed cleaning, I am going to tip this over and just shake it. It's too heavy to do with one hand, and make sure any dust in there comes out, and then I'll use my dust rag and wipe around there. I'll just grab these out and kind of shake them. Again, I'm going to be vacuuming today, so this is why I'm doing it today. And then I'll take this and kind of dump it over so that any dust in there comes out. And again, I'll just wipe it around in there with my dust rag. So that did not take long at all. And then I just put my sticks back in. And then I'm just going to move on to my next spot. And then I just kind of go along these leaves on this bamboo thing here. And when I do my once a week cleaning, I dust these and I, quickly dust around here, but I don't take my books off. So let me try to show you what I do when I do my detailed cleaning. It doesn't take very long, but it's just a little bit more than I would do once a week. So what I would do, because I want to do it fast still, but I want to make sure that I clean everything, I just do a few books at a time. Dust in there. So I just, again, take a few at a time, get in there really quickly. Again, I'm doing this every 7 weeks, so it doesn't have to be like something that takes forever. There really isn't a ton of dust. Okay, so that was all I really had to do, and then I just dust these really quickly. Then I just move to this shelf here. Hopefully you're kind of getting the idea. So a few of you asked me to record myself actually doing some things just to kind of see how quickly I move and why it only takes me 15 to 20 minutes a day to do things like this. And as you can see, I'm just moving fast, and because I do it so often that it doesn't really get too horribly dusty in there. And then, so I have these mirrors here, and normally once a week I dust them, and I get a little bit of the dust in between these little grooves here. But when I'm doing my detailed cleaning, I'll just really get in there so that no dust builds up. And I don't take, 10 minutes or anything. I just kind of, go quickly along here. It's getting done regularly so it doesn't take forever and there aren't, piles of dust or anything. And then I have another mirror here, and this is near the stairs going up to my bedroom. So I just do the same thing and just get in there a little bit more than I would during my once a week cleaning. The next thing I'm going to do is get behind my furniture. So all I really do is just pull my nightstands forward a little bit so that I can get the baseboards in here, and I just wipe them like really quickly. It doesn't have to take forever. I pull my bed away from the wall a little bit so that I can get the baseboards behind there, and then I just use the hose on my vacuum and just reach under there and get under my bed. Because I do it regularly, it doesn't get horribly dusty. If you haven't done it in a while, it might be pretty dusty your first time. And then to get behind my dresser, I just took the two vases off and moved one side out just a little bit so I can reach in there. I don't pull it all the way out and, you know, spend forever or anything. But I will just reach down in there and get the baseboards, and then I'll do the other side so that I can reach there. So it doesn't take me forever. And then I'll, you know, put the dresser back, and I will use the vacuum extension to get under my dresser. And then I also dust the air vents here just quickly. They don't get too bad because I'm doing it often. And there's another one behind my nightstand, so I got that one already. And then in my room, I have this little desk. You probably already saw it when I was showing the rest of my room. But I just pull it out again one side at a time and just reach the hose from the vacuum in there and just dust behind there. And then I just use my vacuum extension and get behind the TV really quickly and then dust the baseboards behind there. And the last thing I'm going to do is my baseboards, and I just go fast, like this quickly all around the room and just move fast. So I put everything back. In total, this took me about 15 minutes just to quickly dust a little extra, pull out some of the furniture and get, you know, behind there and underneath the dresser and everything, and put it all back and do my baseboards. And I hope that gave you a good idea of, you know, how quickly I move and how long it takes and everything. So that's why I'm able to get it done in 15 to 20 minutes. I don't spend an enormous amount of time because I am doing this on a 7-week basis, and there isn't a ton of dust if I only did it, you know, every 6 months or once a year or something. For today's detail cleaning, I am going to sweep the bottom of my closet, and I'm going to organize my husband's clothes. If you happen to watch the video that I put up last Wednesday where I did a big spring cleaning of my closet, you would have seen that I took all of my shoes out and swept the floor and everything. And normally I wouldn't do it again this week because it was just done. But because it is part of my detail cleaning in my master bedroom, I wanted to show you how I do it quickly and it doesn't take me forever. Of course, if you have carpeting in your closet, then you can either you know, move your shoes out and vacuum, or you can just use your vacuum hose and just get in there. So I'm just going to show you, you know, quickly how I do that. And my husband's clothes are actually in a different room. We have very limited closet space, and it was his idea. I didn't kick him out of the closet or anything, but he keeps his clothes in a different area in some wardrobes. So I'll show you that and just, you know, what I do down there. So this is the floor of my closet, and I have to keep all of my shoes here, and it does go back, but the lighting is bad back there, so you won't be able to see me do that part. But I just wanted to give you an idea of how quickly I do this. So what I would do is just quickly grab these shoes out, and then I would just pull this forward. And I'm sorry, there isn't much room to set up the camera so that you could see me do it as quickly as I normally do it. So I'm holding the camera, and I would just sweep it like this. And then I would also get the baseboards too, because sometimes those get dusty. And of course, if I had both my hands, I would be doing it a little bit better. And then I just move this stack of shoes back, pull out this stack, get in there, get the baseboard, move this stack of shoes back, pull that one out, and get in there, And then I'll just repeat that in the back of my closet, but you won't be able to see me do that. But that's basically how I do it, just really fast, even faster when I'm not trying to hold the camera with one hand. And then I just quickly do this area here where I took out my running shoes and my flip-flops, and then I just put everything back. So this is where my husband John keeps all of his clothes. This is actually in our basement, and we just use these two wardrobes from IKEA, which are great if you don't have a lot of closet space but maybe somewhere to keep both of these. So he gets rid of his own clothes, you know, anything that he no longer wears, and he wouldn't want me to, you know, start going through his clothes and getting rid of things, I'm sure. But I just, you know, straighten it up a little bit and make sure it looks nice and neat. Normally I put his clothes back, you know, in a way that makes sense to him. I put, you know, all of his workout jackets together, his dress shirts together, short sleeve shirts together, and things like that, and his pants are down here. So I'm going to go ahead and, you know, straighten up the clothes a little bit. It doesn't really look like it needs a whole lot of straightening because, you know, I do this regularly. And then I am going to dust the bottom here where his shoes are. And then he keeps all of his t-shirts and socks and things like that in these cabinets, which are in our basement bathroom. And I just organize these a little bit. So for him, I just have different bins for colored socks because he, you know, has dressy clothes, casual clothes, and everything. So he has quite a few socks, and it's just easy for him to find what he needs. So I have, you know, browns and things, khaki color, I think this is navy, black. So basically all I'm going to do in here is just quickly dust these shelves in here and just, you know, move things out of the way and dust around there. And then I'm just going to go through his sock baskets and just straighten those up a little bit. And if there are any socks without a match, then I'll, you know, get rid of those. And, you know, basically just straighten it up a little bit. So that just took me a few minutes just to, you know, I kind of just dump the socks out and go through them really fast and, you know, put them back in a neat way, and then make sure there aren't any, you know, lone socks in there. And if they are, I just put them in a pile, and if I can't find the match in someone else's drawer, then I just toss them because I know they can't really be anywhere else. And then I go ahead and straighten these, and these are just his shorts and t-shirts and things, and I just, you know, organize those a little bit better because, you know, when he's taking them out and putting them in, sometimes it gets a little bit messy. So those are nice and neat, and I just dusted the shelves really quickly. So all of that probably took me about 6 to 7 minutes. The wardrobe probably took about 5, and then sweeping out the closet probably took me about 2 to 3 minutes. So as you can see, it really only took me about 15 minutes to do all of this today. Because I'm doing it on a regular basis, it doesn't get too overly messy. It just needs a little bit of dusting, a little bit of straightening. Today I clean the windows, and I also use the vacuum extension on my vacuum to just get any dust that might be on the top of the curtains or on the bottom where the curtain touches the floor. I did try to show myself cleaning the windows, but it really would not work with the lighting because the window just lets in so much light. There is a big glare, or it's too dark if I have the camera too far away. So anyway, I just pull the window out, tilt it in, and clean the outside of the window. I clean the track of the window, and then I push it back in and clean the inside. I don't spend an enormous amount of time. I do this every 7 weeks, like I mentioned lots of times in this video, so it doesn't get too horribly dirty. Now obviously I can't do this in the winter. I can't clean the outside of the window, so the first time I do it in the spring it takes a little bit extra time, but it really isn't too bad. I also use the lint roller and clean my lampshades. So I just go down them really quickly, and I did a full video on this. It was one of my first videos, but I just use a lint roller because all of the dust will stick right to the lint roller, and it's so easy. And usually I do this even faster, but I'm just trying to show you how I do it. And then I go ahead and get the back, and then I just do the lamp over there. So that takes probably like 1 minute. So everything is nice and clean and organized in the master bedroom. So I hope that you will spend this week working on your master bedroom and getting it nice and clean and organized. If you happen to miss the other zones that I've already done, I will put the links below for those. I have done the kitchen and the bathroom, and then like I mentioned at the beginning, I did a big spring cleaning of my closet. Thank you so much for watching.